What's up, guys? Brian Grant here of ContestChampion.com. I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts about Act 5, Chapter 1, as it was just released. Hopefully, a lot of you were able to check out the live stream. It will be uploaded to YouTube if it's not already there at this point in time, so you can check out the whole thing for yourself. This is actually just a clip of kind of me just messing around with Act 5, Chapter 1, Quest number 4 is what you're seeing on screen. And yes, those are 2-star champions. I thought it would be kind of fun just to see if it was possible, just because of the node on this map. It's the life transfer one, so losing health you're losing health to a degeneration effect constantly, but every time you hit the opponent, you're also gaining a large amount of life back, as you can see here. So I figured it'd be possible to do with 2 stars, as long as I didn't mess up too badly here. I kind of wanted to just give my thoughts overall about Act 5. It's really good. It's really good. It's some of the funnest global nodes that they've ever come up with, or just funnest nodes in general. Some of the most fun nodes. I would say the difficulty is it's probably asking you to bring about rank 4, level 40 champions. That's what I used to go through Quest 1 through 5. Quest 6 was bugged at the time, so I didn't really get a chance to test that one out. But if you have rank 4, level 40, 4-star champions, then you should be fine. You might have to use some potions here and there. I did use some potions on one of the maps, but it wasn't too big of a deal. It's not like it was sucking all the potions out of me. I used I don't know, like 5 or 10 or something like that. And other than that, it wasn't too bad. Of course, I haven't done a full clear, so maybe there are some difficult fights in there that are going to require a little bit more potions than that. But all in all, the difficulty is not too bad. If you've already completed Act 4 100%, then I would say you should be able to coast through this first chapter. But I want to put a big emphasis on this chapter is actually a lot of fun. It's not just it's not just regular fights. With the global nodes, mixing it up, all of these fights, it really felt like a unique experience for all of them, except for maybe Quest 5 it felt more just like a normal fight. I couldn't really feel anything too crazy going on there. It didn't feel all that special. But all of the other quests, they had something so unique to them that we haven't seen in the game before, and I think that's really cool. I've kind of mentioned it in my previous video here that, or one of my previous videos, that I'm a huge fan of games like Diablo, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, right? And I was pretty disappointed with Diablo 3, where the deeper you got into the game, all they would scale up is the damage that the enemies do and their life, so it would take longer to get through them and stuff like that, right? And I was kind of fearing that Marvel Contest of Champions would go down that same path, but they're not doing that. They're actually making these fun and interactive fights here, and it's. I think you can tell for yourself. Even just watching this fight, you can see how unique it is right now. But yeah, just try it out for yourself, I guess. I would say the most fun is the one that I'm doing right now. This is Quest 4, and you can see my life is just kind of yo-yoing a bit here. And I think that's really cool. It allows you to make some mistakes, and as long as you don't make too many mistakes in a row, and you're able to get some shots in at the enemy, then you can fully recover. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Just kind of watching my own facial expressions here. But anyway. Let's just go through each of the quests, I suppose. So the first quest is definitely the easiest of the bunch, which, I mean, it's to be expected. It's the first quest of the chapter, right? First quest of the entire act. And you have a flare buff, which means you're doing a ton of damage. You're doing a ton of extra damage, 300% extra damage, but you also have a degeneration effect on you. Just go with a class diverse team and you'll be fine, because the amount of degeneration damage you take does depend on your class type. If you have an class advantage against the enemy, you're taking less damage. If you're neutral, you're taking not as much damage, but still a decent amount of damage. And if you have class disadvantage, then your life is going to be drained pretty quickly. But the fights only take maybe like 10 to 20 hits if you're using rank 4 4-star champions. So not too bad to get through. The second map is quite difficult if you're unable to keep a decent combo going. It turns each fight into kind of like a Star-Lord effect where, at the start of the fight you're not doing much damage. But as the fight goes on, your damage is ramping up like crazy, and this works for any champion, right? You don't need to bring Star-Lord. It doesn't matter what champion you're doing, because the way it works is every time you hit the opponent, you're taking away some of their armor rating. And they start out with a high armor rating, but that armor rating gets chipped away over time, and then you're starting to put them into the negatives and really start to do a lot of damage. So that's pretty cool, but I will say it's definitely challenging. If you're having a hard time keeping combo there, then you definitely will have to use some potions. But give it a shot. It's nothing too crazy. The next map 3, is similar to map 1, but just kind of on a little bit more of a difficult scale. You gain that huge damage increase, but you're also taking damage constantly throughout the fight with degeneration. So you have to play a bit aggressively. If you can, I was able to get through with rank 4 4-star champions, but I barely got through it, right? So you may have to have some potions on hand for that one, but it's definitely doable, and fun, right? Because you're hitting the enemy for an absolute ton of damage, right? Map 4, this is the one that we've been looking at here all this time, where you're suffering that degen, but you're also healing. Map 5 was definitely the least fun of the bunch, and the way that map 5 works is that every time you gain a buff, you are losing some of your power meter, and if you're able to keep your power meter up, then you gain a critical buff. And I don't feel like, most of the time I was unable to keep a power meter, but the few times that I really tried, I really focused on not getting these buffs, because dexterity counts as a buff, so every time you dodge an ability and stuff like that, that counts. But I tried really hard to keep my power meter up, and a couple of fights I was able to do so, and I didn't really notice any kind of strong damage output, because it's only crit that you're gaining. It's not crit damage, it's just crit. So it really didn't feel all that fun for map 5. But I mean, that's all right. The other maps were fun enough that it doesn't really bother me that much. It's just kind of one of the boring ones of chapter 1 here. But at least it's only one of them, right? Map 6 was actually bugged, so I couldn't get my hands on that one. So I'll have to give you guys an update on that another time. It seems like it's a cool concept, though. You have degeneration if you can't hit the opponent every 6 seconds. So as long as you're able to hit the opponent every 6 seconds at least, then you never suffer from degeneration. So that's my summary, guys. I'm going to let the rest of this video play out here. Oh, wrecked, guys, wrecked. Oh, it's over. It's over. Oh, rip. I got blasted by that L1. All right, there you go, guys. It can't be done with 1 stars. We've proven it here first.